Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Civil 3D for Professionals by Sunit Tushara. Today I am going to tell you how you can create a surface using contours. Now in my previous video, I taught you how you can create a surface using a point file, but that is not always the case. Now as an example, I'll show you here. Here we are having a contour drawing. Okay, what do you mean by a contour drawing? So that means this is of course a new road. Now usually you are getting a point file for a rehabilitation project or something. Okay, now when it comes to new road, we usually don't do a detailed topographic survey at the beginning. Usually we do a drawn survey and then we extract data. So these are such contours. So you can check this is a contour. The easiest thing is to check whether it's a contour or not. You can say you can get the properties. Now you can see in geometry the elevation is constant 1.8. Now if the elevations are not constant, of course you are getting here elevation varies. So this is a elevation file extracted from a drawn survey. Now please understand when we are going to design a new road. Okay, when we are going to design a new road, usually we are having a contour survey through a drawn survey. We do a drawn and then we extract the data for the contour survey. Okay, so this is such a file. Here we do not have any points. So what I described in my previous session, you cannot use for this one. Okay, now this is the contour file. Let us understand how we can uh, create a surface using this. So I highly recommend that you watch my videos from the beginning because now there are some basic things that we have to do from the beginning in Civil 3D. But anyway, in this video I'll do that. Now in my previous video I told you that we have to have a template, okay, a customized template to do the design. Okay, so you can download the template from the internet or you can create one of your own. In a later video I'll tell you how you can create your own template. Now for the time being we'll use what is available in the internet. Now if you go to file new, this is civil survey solution template. This one of course I downloaded from internet. This is a good template. You can open it. So there comes an error message. This drawing was last saved with an earlier version of the software. Now in my previous video also I told you this is coming because this template was created with Civil 3D 2016 or something. But it is perfectly okay. If your template was created, say if your template was created with Civil 3D 2020 and you are only having Civil 3D 2016 or 15 version, then of course that template will not open in your version, because if the template version is higher and your Civil 3D version is lesser, then it will not open. But as far as the template version is lesser and your Civil 3D version is higher, it doesn't matter. So here we have this new drawing. You can save it as file save as. So you can go to a surface with contours, then save it, and then you go to your surface file, copy this, edit, copy, come back to surface with contours, edit, paste to original coordinates. Okay, now since you don't see it, you can try Z enter, that is zoom, E enter, extend, zoom, extend. Now it is there. Save the drawing. And now I always recommend that you follow the good practices in Civil 3D. So one such good practice is to close down the unnecessary drawings. Now this contour drawing is the one given by your surveyor that we have extracted its data. We no longer need it, so close down it. No, because we don't change anything in a surface drawing. It should be there as in the original form. Now here this is a surface with contours. Okay, now we know these are contours, so you have to isolate them. Select one contour, right click, select similar, then right click, isolate objects, isolate selected objects. Then this is a drawing with only the contours. So you have to go and create a surface. Now here you can see in this tool space under the prospector you have surfaces, but if this tool space is not there, so you can always take it by general tool space and check whether your this prospector is highlighted. If it is setting survey or toolbox, you can't do this. So check whether prospector is highlighted, then go to surfaces. There is some default surface NS. You right click and delete it. Then you right click on the surfaces, create surface, and then you name it as primary EG. Why I say primary? Because you see this is for a new road and this is from drawn survey, then of course it is primary. You can't say because the survey was not done using a total station or leveling instrument. This is some kind of the accuracy is somewhat less, so you have to have primary, you have to name it accordingly. Okay, then you go to primary EG, expand definition, then in the contours right click and press add. So you can give some name for the contours, CT. These things you keep it as default, but you have to untick all these things. Why? Because you can see these are some suggestions to change the surface, but it's not going to work because now then the civil 3D is trying to change your surface. It cannot be allowed. So press OK, and then it says select contours. You select everything, press enter, and then you can see here this blue color. This is the surface. Okay, so you can easily see if you select this yellow color one, they are, you can select them individually. But if you select this blue color one, here everything is selected because that it is a surface. Okay, so now then what you can do is you right click, then isolate objects, end object isolation, and if you want to remove these existing contours because we no need them now, so you can go to the relevant layer contour map and then freeze them. Now you can see this is your surface for the relevant area. Now maybe you remember in my previous video I told them even though you create this surface you have to modify them using break lines and boundaries, but we are not going to do that here. Why? The reason is because you see we are correcting a surface when we want more accuracy, but unfortunately here this is so much the accuracy is very much less. Why? Because it is a drone. Now you know when you are going to do a drone survey, there is some kind of canopy problem. Canopy means sometimes the area is uh, not visible due to tree canopy. Then of course you can't have so much accuracy. Now usually this kind of surfaces are used for new projects, just for the preliminary design. After that, of course, once you select your trace, you have to do a survey using total station or uh, first total station, then the leveling instrument, right? Then if you want, you can export this, export land XML, here surveys. So you can name it as surface with contours and then save. So once you close it, Yeah, then you can go to your relevant folder, and maybe you can see surface with contours. So you can open it using open with say Microsoft Edge. You can see it is again in text. Everything is in text. So later you can import this into a separate Civil 3D file for your design work. Now thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Thank you and have a nice day.